Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so we started with the Python session. So, first of all, I will set up the GitHub so that I will share you the programs. Okay. Have you know how to set up the GitHub? Have you
Yeah,
ever did?
I've done that in the university.
Yeah. So basically, I will set the local GitHub so that you can access that programs.
Yeah,
Simply what we are going to do. I already have a GitHub account, so I'll simply log into GitHub and create one repository. And I will share the programs. So just go to the github.com. I already logged into my GitHubs. So I'll create one new repository. Um, just use the name AWS Fever. Okay, fine. So it is available. So I am going to use these 2023. Fine. So simply you can decide to keep either it is a private or public. If I keep it as private, so I'm not able to share these programs. So I will keep it as a public so that you can also access it. So this is what a name of a repository. Just go here and create this repository. Okay. And this is very important, the SSH link. So this is the link that is responsible for access our local file and upload it to the GitHub cloud. So you have to copy this. So there are two way to upload our file on GitHub. One way to follow this command, or second way is to use the Git GUI libraries. Okay? So for accessing the GitHub things, we need a Git. Okay, I have already downloaded and installed. It is very lightweighted and simply get downloaded. Okay, so that you can simply install and download. And the next thing is that now which file you want to, you have to go to that folder. So I have yesterday created one folder. It's named AUS. So let's check that folder first. So this AUS Python. So go to this here. Now right click, show more option. Here we have a Git GUI here. Open this thing. And you have to create a new repository. So you have to browse that folder which you want to upload. This select create. Fine. So in this repository, so we have two files. Thus rescan state change, two files. Okay. Now you can add the comment, any comment. So I will just tell you the basic programs or first programs, first Python program. FIRST, first PYTH Python PROGRAM. First Python programs. Uh, Day one. So it will keep track of all the sessions. So 12, 11. Yesterday is 11. So 11, 10, 2023. Okay. So just commit it, push. Now it will ask the which location you want to upload. So we have copied that link. So just paste it here and push. Done. So it is successfully uploaded. So go there and you can check. Just refresh it.
yeah, I have the GitHub desktop and I do
Yeah,
work.
no problem.
Yeah,
So this is the file. So I will simply share this folder with you so that any file I have uploaded can access it. Okay, no problem. So I will just WhatsApp it. Just go to the WhatsApp and just type. So have you tried yesterday program? Simple. I have given the task. You have to accept all the details and just you have to print. Have you tried? Hello.
Sorry, my mic was mute and I was talking. I did not recognize that my mic was
Yeah,
mute.
means the
Did
whatever the yesterday we have did. Have
Yeah,
you
I did
tried
that.
that
Yeah,
program?
did that. Did that.
Okay, understood. That's not that
Yeah.
much difficult. So we have taken just inputs and just we have to print it the outputs. So very first thing in any programming language, you have to just accept the input from the user and just print it output. Okay. So before that, we have just taken a variables and we are storing the output, like storing a value directly. Okay. So we have stored the number and then we store the value. Any kind of data type we have stored, and accordingly that type conversion happen and accordingly that value is printed. So we have two things understood here. One thing is that there is no need to use a specific data type. And then for printing things in Python, we have to use the print, the round bracket and double quote. Within double quote, we can out any kind of output. Okay. And the second thing we have seen, uh, that is for how to take the input from user. So we have taken the input. For taking input, there is a built-in function that is called as the input. So just use the input and give the message, and whatever the user is going to add the input, and accordingly that input is stored into that variables, and we have printed that variables. Okay. So there is one twist in the Python programming. Whenever you are accepting a number or any string a variable in Python, that basically considered in a string format. It is always in a string format. Though we are using the float, though we are using input string, and though we are using a float kind of things. But this is basically a strings. As we are just displaying, accepting the input and displaying it, so it will not affect anything. So it will print as it is on a screen. Okay. But basically, if you are seeing that though we are input is a 22, but it is work as a string. Okay. How exactly to work as a string? So let me quickly take one example so that you can understand. So now we have to accept the input as a number. Okay. So how we can accept? Because for further thing, for if condition, else condition, for loop, for everything we need a number as an input. Input number, numeric inputs. At that time, what we have to do? Just check it. So I will check the num input. So that dot py. So it is only when we are accepting the number from user. First of all, I will take one simple example. I am taking the n1 is equal to one number, that is 100. Then n2 is equal to, I will take one more number, that is 100. And I'm going to add this number. Answer is equal to n1 plus n2. Semicolon is optional. You can give or not give, that is doesn't matter. But still we have to do. Okay. Then I'm going to print it simply n1 plus n2 as a answer. Okay. Now it run. No problem. It will a proper output as a 200. Okay. So as we know that there is a no need to use the data type in a Python. So N1 is a considered as a number because we are storing that number directly. And N2 is a number that is also we are storing that directly. So N1 plus N2 we did. So it is printed as output as a 200. So that is basic programs. It is okay. But if you try to take this input from user input, so here just enter the message, enter number one, enter number one, and one more input you have to take input double quote and here enter number two. So now if you are try to do the addition, just observe the things what exactly happen. What is missing? Okay, single quote, double quotes. You can use either single quote or either double quote. Don't mix up the things. The error is also important. So try to understand what kind of error it is giving. See, it's defining the intermediate string literal. detected at line number 2. So it is giving properly line number and it is also highlighting things. Either you can do the single quotes or double quotes. So try to read the syntax error it is. So that is response. Who is responsible for giving the syntax error? Yesterday we have seen the interpreter. Okay.
Yes.
Though this further line are correct, but it is stopping at second line number 2 because it's saying there is an error. So please fix it. Okay. Use this double quote. Now run the program. I am entering a number 1 as a 2 and number 2 as a 2. So what output we are expecting? What should be the output of this program?
Um. So we have entered 2 and 2, so output will be 4.
4. Okay, it is as we are expectation. But as I said that we are simply accepting the input. Whenever we accept the input, that is work as a string.
Yeah.
So it will give the output as a 22.
Okay.
Okay. It is a big question mark like how it is 22 now. So basically,
Yeah.
it is not working as a number, it is working as a string. Okay. So it is concatenate the two strings. So 2 plus 2, it is just adding a 2 and 2 together. It is not actually plus, it is concatenating string. Okay. Why? Because we are taking the input from the user. So all the inputs default consider as a strings. Okay. So now this is what a big challenge. Like then how to work with the formula and how to work with the addition, subtraction, multiplication things. See? For that, in every programming languages, most of in Java, there is a things or there is a concept type convergence. So we have a choice to convert that string input into the numeric. Okay. For that purpose, you have to use and which data type is used for the number?
Integers.
Integer. Okay. So before this input, we have to use our integer and just do the round brackets and close at the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
In similar way here also you can do int of inputs. Now we have taken the int of input. So whatever the input we have entered, that going to convert into a integer data type and then it going to store into that variables. Okay. And now we have to do the addition. So simply go here and just refresh it, save before the running these programs. Fine. Now if you try to enter the numbers, same number you have to enter 4. Fine.
Yeah.
So what if you have to give the message, if I want to give the message addition is equal to,
So
then where should I add that message?
just a sec. When you type the print,
Hmm.
uh, in the bracket,
Okay.
in single or double in commas,
Hmm.
print the answer is uh, the se- the
Whatever that,
double dot one. Yeah,
suppose I'm
double dot
taking the
ones slash
addition
n.
is, if I not give the slash, then
Then I guess there won't be the space. There will be no space.
and this is okay.
Yeah.
Okay. In double quote, you can add any messages. Okay, you can add the colon, you can add a space, you can add equal to any kind of thing. It's going to print as it is, as we said yesterday. We have seen. Okay, so this is what the
Yeah.
thing. But for just for standard purpose, we are just adding colon equal to and some space kind of things. So it will give the proper answer. Just go there and 3 and 5. So see, addition is equal to a 6. Okay. So fine. Up to this, okay now. So within this program, by using these programs or this technique for accepting the numeric inputs and do the calculations, you can do any calculations. Okay, there is no restrictions. So this is what basic program, but you can do the lot of programming with the help of this. Okay, now you can do the addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. You have to just change the symbols. Okay. Um very quickly, one small program I want to do. So just understand what exactly we have to do. I want to accept one number and print the square of that number. Okay. Just tell me now, okay, like how should I do the program? Very basic program it is. Accept the one input from user and the print the square of that number. How should I do? Just tell
Accept
me.
the
Step.
number and print the
Square
square.
of that number.
So we have to type.
What the very
A.
first thing we have to do?
We have to get a variable and assign it to the
Correct.
input.
So suppose I'm taking the n as a variable, then I
Yeah.
want to accept the input, but it should be a numeric. Then what should I do?
Uh, int
Int.
bracket input
Okay. Just keep on telling.
bracket, yeah, space.
Suppose I'm messaging enter as a number. Fine. Two brackets
Yeah,
close.
two
Then
brackets close, and then square of it, right? So n into n.
correct.
Answer
So
is equal
for
to n
storing
into n.
purpose, we can use any variable. So for example, I'm using a square. So same number we have to multiply by two times n into n. Okay.
Yeah,
After that,
print square.
print square square is equal to, you may add a colon or not. It's not compulsory, but you can add.
Yeah,
See? Then what
sqr
should I use?
sqr.
SQR.
Yeah,
Fine. That's simple. Okay. Just clear the screen. Close this thing. Okay. Just simply F5. You can press the either F5 or go to the run or run models. Both are the same.
yeah.
So I want a square of 9. So it will give the output as a, what is the square of 9?
63,
81.
81. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. So doesn't matter. Okay. So it will give the output. So from this we'll understood like we can pick the any kind of things and we'll keep the output, keep on running the outputs. Okay. So any
Mm-hmm.
formula you can apply. So it is very basic programs, but these are very useful. So many times we need to use the for calculation purpose, we have to take the input from user and then we can calculate. Okay, that thing we have done. Now, what if I want to calculate the area of circle? We need a formula for that. Before that, I will tell you the two things. First thing, how to add a comment in Pythons. Okay. Uh, what is used for the single line comment?
Uh,
Have you know?
Hashtag is used, right?
Yeah. So basically, the hashtag is used for the single line comments, and for multi line comment,
Dash dash, double dash,
uh, triple quote we have to use. Okay.
triple
One,
quotes.
two,
Okay,
three.
okay.
Okay. You can either use the triple double quote or triple single quotes. Okay. So this is
Triple.
for
Okay.
multi-line commands. Hash is for single line commands. Okay. Now I want to calculate the area of circle. Area of CIRCLE. So what is the formula for area of circle?
I don't remember.
Okay, no problem. So basically it is a pi r square.
Pi as well.
Okay. Pi into r into r. And what is the default value of pi?
22/7.
Yeah, or it is basically a 3.14. Okay.
Yeah.
So now what we can do, we have to accept the radius from user. So I'll just one use the variable r and we have to use the int and input. We will just enter the message here. What enter radius,
It is.
whatever it means, radius. Okay. Now the pi value is fixed. So I'm just using one variable area, area is equal to pi is a fixed value. So I'll just make the use of this 3.14 into r into r. Fine. And
Yeah.
just give the message that enter area of circle is area of CIRCLE. equal. Let's hit the comma, AREA.
So we don't have to state the pi value, like put the pi value on something and then
Yeah, that also we can do. So either you can use it directly because
you
it is
can
a
we can
fixed
do the
value.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, in the both the way we can do, just simply we'll run this program. So enter the radius is a 5, so it will give the output as 40. Okay.
Yeah.
Either what we can do, we can store the pi value in some variables. That we did. Okay, same time.
Yeah,
So use
yeah,
a pi
that's
value.
fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
3.14. That is also okay, no
Um,
problems. Okay. Now you have to instead of
but
this thing.
but
Yes.
the R is in like oh yeah. So the area answer will come in string or it will come in integer.
See, whenever we are printing the just calculating and printing,
Uh-huh.
okay. So at that time, there is no need to use the data types. Okay.
Okay.
But when we are accepting the input from user, at that time you have to think. By default, it is working as a float. Okay.
Float.
And
Okay.
this is also working as a float. Okay.
Okay.
Here we are directly storing the value. It is so by default it is work as a depend on what kind of value it is. But when you are accepting the input from user, the by default it is considered as a string. So explicitly we have to
Okay.
convert.
Okay.
Now just to observe, if I run this program, I try to enter this number and it will give me 78.5. Okay. But if you want, still if you want, I want only a numeric and actual value. Okay, I do if you don't want the float value. So you can convert that into a float, in number, just int of output.
Of
Okay.
output. Okay.
So by default, what it's going to do, we are actually getting output as 70.8. Okay. So now it will enter only a numeric value. So this is possible. Okay. So if you observe, if I enter the 5, so we are getting the output as 78.5. So now it will print only 78. Okay.
Okay.
But that is it may be a need at somewhere, but it is not in the area of circle because we may need properly, no? So I will
Yeah.
just keep the comment. So any future purpose you can may use these things. Okay. Uh just this is what conversion.
Sorry, just a second.
Fine. So you can enter the any radius, just calculate this thing. Okay. So it's properly
Yeah.
queued. So this is the very first thing we have to do. So now you can take the any kind of input from the user, and as for the inputs, you have to just calculate the output and print it things. Okay. You may use any formula over here. It doesn't matter. Okay. Any kind of things you have to use. Okay. Um. Now very simple things I want to check. Just calculate the percentage. Simple percentage. Huh? Just accept the three subject marks and try to calculate its total and the percentage. Okay. Very simple things we have to do. So I will just add result result dot py. Fine. So now what we have to do, we have to accept the three subject marks minimums and then bring the total of that subjects and percentage of that subjects. So what we have to do, we have to accept the three input from the user subject marks. So I will use s is equal to int of input. We'll take 2 3 examples so that we can do with any kind of operations. I'm not going to enter the subject marks. I'm just tell enter subject 1 marks, marks. Friends, so just simply copy it. And number of subject you can use to, sorry, just go there. Second, 2 3. Just change the messages to subject 2 marks. Go here subject 3 marks, and here also the subject 3 marks. Subject 1, subject 2, subject 3. Okay. I want to calculate the total marks of all the subjects. So what should I do? How to calculate the total marks of subject?
So total is equal to S1 plus
So
S2.
one, One variable we have to take, and then just simply add the s1 plus s2 plus s3. Okay?
Three.
And I want to calculate the average or percentage of this class. Okay? Then,
So percentage is equal to total.
okay, as of now, there is no need to use a multiply 100 and divide 100. Just simply use the total divided by number of subjects. Fine. So it will give the outputs, doesn't matter. Okay, fine. So now, as we total calculated and just simply print it. So PRA anti print total marks TODALMARKs total marks is equal to whatever the total we have calculated TTL. Okay, and then printf just use percentage PER, or just you may use the symbol, doesn't matter, comma PER. Okay, what if I use some wrong keyword? So now see, we'll check the what exactly interpreter and how exactly it works. Okay, so basically observe, both are the right variables. So simply run this program as very first program. So just simply close this thing, console. So go here and enter marks 1, 2, 3. So we'll get the total and the percentage. It is working properly, no problems. So if I use a wrong variable here, tt, then though the percentage is a correct, okay, we are using the calculating the total and storing into percentage, so it is properly up to this, okay. But we are use a wrong variable here, and you could try to run these programs. So this thing, see, it will directly giving an error. So the name error, the name tt is not defined. But if you observe carefully, the error is only at line number here. But this line is correct.
Yes.
Okay. But still it is not going the further because the error we are having. And as it is interpreter, it will not execute the next line. At any line it comes the error, it will throw the errors. Okay. Now I'll simply print these things. I'm going to print the percentage first and then the totals. Now, whether this program is going to print the percentage or not,
Maybe.
may or maybe.
Yeah, it will because first the print percentage thing is there
Correct.
over here.
So as the interpreter, it will execute all the corrected lines and then it trying to
Yeah,
throw the error.
then it will print.
Fine. So if you run this program, so you'll observe this. This understanding is very important. So just don't keep on doing the programs. So basically, this is also, see, percentage is fine. And then it trying to give the error at a total lines. Okay, and this always happen if you before these things, at very first thing you are trying to do this thing after the accepting the subject one marks. Okay, now you are object subject one marks and this things, though the rest of program is correct, but if you made a mistake in the third line or first lines, it will not go further, it's not going to go further. Okay,
No, it's showing the error over there because you did not change the name
exactly.
TTL. It was
Fine.
just TT.
So it is proven that the Python is an interpreter and it is executed the line by line. And whenever it is find the error, and accordingly it will going to read the outputs or throw the error. Fine. So these are the programs to accept the any kind of input from the user, and based on your calculation, you can just print it out. Okay, no problems. And one more things I will tell you, like you how you know the mathematical rules, that is a board mass.
Yes, I know that.
Okay, so I will simply write one expression and just tell me the output of dot py. So just give the dot py keywords. Just simply hit it enter. Okay, simply expression I'm going to take exp is equal to Then not just tell me that suppose I having 8 plus 4 multiplied by 6 divided by 3. So what is the output of this program? ERINT print EXP. What output it will use?
16.
1 6. I'm not sure because this correct it is
Yeah, 6 divided by 3 is
1 6.
yeah
Fine.
2.
So
So yeah,
okay, no problem. So now just I am going to simply do things, just checking now. What should be the
now
output is?
the answer will be wait.
What? What the BODMAS rule says?
14.
1 4.
Yeah.
No,
No. Sorry.
it is 36. Okay. How?
Okay.
First of all,
Yeah,
the
first we
bracket
have
will
to
solve.
solve the
So 8
bracket.
plus 4 12.
Yeah, and
So
then we
this
have to
12.
do
Then the
division and then
divided
the
6 divided.
multiplication.
No, it's not 12. It's 6 divided by 2. Na? So 22 into 2. It's 24. Okay.
Okay.
How 24? So first of all, bracket is solved. It is giving output as a 12. And now
Yeah.
division is having our highest priority. Though 6 divided by 3, it's giving output as a 2.
So
And 12 into
yeah,
2 is
12 into 2 is 24.
24. Right?
Sorry. Yeah.
So
I forgot to multiply.
yeah. So basically, the Python is properly following a BODMAS rule. So while designing a programs, they have taken care of all these things. We have to just make our uses. Okay. So you can use any expression. So and accordingly, we have to print these things. So you can take any complex formula and accordingly you have to calculate. Okay. So for practicing purpose, what you have to do, you have to just go there and you can simply use the 10th formula. Okay, 10th maths formula and just try to maths formulas. You can take a lot of things. Formula, FOR formulas. Okay. See, you can use in any expressions and accordingly that we have to take it. Okay. So first is what I don't know the what exactly it is. A plus B square is equal to A square plus B square plus 2AB.
Yeah.
Even you can this expression
X
also you can
is
solve.
square.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So square means you have to do the A into A plus B into B
B into
plus
B
2
into
into A into B.
2.
Okay. And
Yeah.
that going to put the formulas. Okay. There may be some brackets. You can also put the bracket. So accordingly, it is automatically calculated as we have taken seen that. So it will follow proper BODMAS rule. So that is also one of the things. Okay. So up to now, we'll one basic stage we have achieved. So the now we have kind of things that we can take any inputs and we can use any kind of formula and print it back. Though it is a number, though it is strings, or any kind of calculation we have to do with the help of Python expression, Python formulas, or arithmetic operation kind of things we have done. Okay. Now the next thing comes. So I will just begin it and then in detail we have seen in next session. So it is not only things na, so we are just taking the input and calculating the things and printing the output. It is also the one kind of programming, but it many times we need a condition based programs. Okay, so for example, if I taken the result, so I want to check whether should I pass the exams, whether should I failed, or what grade I have got. Okay, so at that times, it is not just only take the input and print the outputs. It is automatically going to print the outputs. Oh, you got a first class, you got a second class. Then, but for checking first class, second class, fail, pass, so certain condition it comes. Okay. And based on that condition, we have to predict the output. And in any programming, you have already done, maybe you had already done this thing. For checking the condition, there is a keyword. And which keyword used for checking condition in programming? Have you about flow control?
No.
So means you have heard about if keyword.
Yeah, I've heard about if keyword.
Have you ever did the programming
Yeah,
with the
for
if?
if else, yes, I've done it.
Yeah, so we need a if for checking the kind of things. Okay.
Yeah.
The very simple program I will take very first program. Suppose some we have to check some voting programs. What for doing voting, we need your age must be what greater than 18.
18.
Okay. So now if you are simply accept the program voting.py, sorry, it is not work as a py, it is wrong. Just save as one more time, voting.py. Fine. So age is equal to, now we are not just accepting the age and printing the age. We have actually a call cross verifying. So we just need to use as an integer. Okay. Enter your age. And always remember, whenever doing some calculation, whenever there is some condition kind of thing checkings, so at that time you have to use a numeric value. So enter your age. Why you are enter your age, and that age we are getting into age variable. I can simply print that age. print print age. So it will accept one simple age and you have to print. Suppose I am 12, it is also printed 12. Any age you can take, that going to print, accept and print. But I want to check whether this age is eligible for doing votings or not. Okay. So now here some condition we have to do, and for doing the condition cross checking, or for any kind of condition, we have to use the if statement in Python or any programming language. You may go in C languages, you may C++, in Java. Everywhere there is an if keyword is there. Okay. What is the syntax for if? Just simply use the if in round bracket. You have to add one condition here. Okay. But this
Yes.
condition must be not initialization. This condition always the kind of condition which gives the your input true or a false. Okay, it is a Boolean expression. I think it is always trying to give the output as a true or false. If the output is a true, the inner block is executed. All else block is executed. So this is the basic syntax of if-else statements. Okay, but it is in C, C++, and Java. In Python, there is only one small twist is there that we have to understand, and that twist is that there is also a if keyword and there is also an expression. But in Python, there is no opening and a closing bracket. Instead of that, they have right colon. Okay, this thing we have to keep in our mind. And whenever you're entering and after colon, you enter the enter button. So that one cursor is set, and within that line, we have to write the program. Okay, and the else part is same, ELSE. Again here a colon, again the cursor is there. Simply we have to do this. I'm just beginning with the if else condition, and details we are studying in further session. Okay, I'll just simply do the one program so that you'll understood. Now we have a age accepted. Now I just wanted to check whether it is a greater than 18 or not. Simply what I'm going to do, if in bracket age ag, if it is greater than or equal to 18, this is the expression. Either it is giving the true or false. After that, there is a no closing as a there is a no bracket kind of thing. So there is a colon. After this colon, you have to enter and the cursor is set. See, and just print the simple message.
Yes.
If it is greater than 18, then welcome to O anything. Okay. Now this is things. And for doing a else condition, see, enter, enter, enter. You are within a single line, means you are in a if line. Just go outside of this if condition, then ELSC else, again the colon, again enter. Okay, not valid age, VALID, not valid age. Fine.
Yes.
Simply run, enter the age, suppose 12. Age is 12, so not valid age because what age we needed? Greater than or equal to
Equal to 18.
8. So simply run one more times these programs. I am giving it 22. Welcome to voting. Okay. So just we have begin with the if else condition. So there are so many small terminologies are there. So in detail, we are going to learn in that further sessions. So which are the terminologies? Suppose what if I'm not going to give this space? Sorry. So that is also we have one rules. It will give the intended block exception. Okay. This is also one things that we have to keep in mind. Okay. And what if I'm not going to add a space here? I'm going to add else here. This is also the invalid syntax. So there are certain rules and that in details I'm going to tell you in the further session. As of now, just we have begin the if else condition and this is a small program for doing in correcting way in small. Okay. So I think
Okay.
tomorrow you have Fridays,
Yeah.
correct? So
Yes.
you won't available, right?
Yeah.
Okay. In Saturday we'll take the session. Okay. Sunday it will be
Okay.
off. Okay.
Okay.
So now what we have to do, so tomorrow is a holiday, so we have to practice this kind of program. Okay. Take any
Okay.
formula, trying to accept the inputs and trying to calculate, and then accordingly you have to print it. Okay. You have any doubt in the session, so you can just you can if you get any error in the program, just share the screenshot on WhatsApp. Okay, I will correct that program and can solve that problem. Okay.
Sure.
So the very first thing I will do, what I'm going to do, I'm going to upload these programs. Let me copy this thing. Just go here, just go to folder, right click. Now, whatever the program we have done, so that all is get listed here. Rescan, state change, 6 programs are there. Okay. Uh, Input, output programs, PROGRAM. Input output program, day 2. And the date is uh, 12/10/2023. Okay. Just commit it, push, add the repository name, push. Hmm, okay. So all the programs we have on a now GitHub now. See. So I have shared the link with you, right? So you can just simply access that link from here. Okay. So it will be at forever it will be they have program. So whenever you have a doubt, you can go there and just download and see the for the reference purpose. Understood? Okay.
Yes.
So what we have seen, we have just simply seen how to accept the different kind of input from the user and how to use the different formulas and how to print it back. Okay. You can use any kind of formula and you can do the any kind of calculations and it is properly following. If BODMAS rules, all the BODMAS rules, it will be bracket solve for then divided, then multiplication, then addition, subtraction, all the priorities. It is already doing all kind of things. You have to just accept the inputs and calculate. Main thing what we are understood today that is for accepting a numeric input, we have to explicitly convert using the int. then only it work as a numerics, and you can keep the any formula and just print it back. And we have just begin with an if else conditions, because many time we have used to condition based programming. At that time we have to use the if conditions. Okay, and for checking if condition, just use the if keyword expressions, and there is a no bracket in our Python, opening closing bracket. Instead of that, we are using the colon. After the colon, and you have whenever you hit enter, that cursor is going to set, and within that cursor you have to write the program. So we are just begin. In detail we are going to learn in the further section. So as of now, just one beginning. Okay. Okay, fine. So if you understood today's session, and further session will continue and day after tomorrow. Okay,
Okay.
fine. So thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. Sure.